What up, everybody? How are we doing tonight? Another night, another stream, another thing to work on. Should we get the lights going here? And, oh, I forgot to take this panel off. This out of the way. All right. So hopefully I can get these LEDs finalized tonight. That's what I want to do. I want to be done with these doggone lights. There we go. Set that down there. Okay. Do. We're connected? Yeah, we're connected. Okay. Let me pull up studios, make sure everything here is connected okay. It's public. All right. Hey, Ryan. Gunner, Vince, what's up? What's up? Everyone who follows. Hey, Darth. It's the notification squad. I have a soldering iron now. I don't actually know if I need a soldering iron tonight, but we'll see. I might need to go get some wire though. Hey, Jared, how you doing? Oh, the closed caption crew. So yeah, all right. Well, tonight I got new switches in. So Hot Dog finally got them in, and they are the proper size this time because last time I bought 12 millimeters. I needed 16s. So these are 16s, and I have a couple different colors in here. So I don't know which ones I'm going to end up using. So we got blue, we got red, another blue, white, and probably another red. Yeah. So I think we're going to do, for the two LEDs, we'll go ahead and do red for the two of them. So I have 4 slots here in total that I could use. I'm only going to be using 2 of them right now. So one is controlling these upper LEDs, and the second one is going to control these front LEDs, because if I'm only doing a short print, I don't need these front LEDs to be on because they are way down here and the bed's all the way up here. So it has to come down a good, 100 millimeters of print height just to be able to start using these LEDs. So I don't really need to use them that often, but this is for me to get those nice, awesome time lapses that I eventually want to be doing on here. Since the bed does not move, it's much easier to get a time lapse on a stable bed or a bed that only moves in Z. Obviously, even more so if you have like a Voron with the bed flat at the bottom. But with the cantilever printers, or Cartesian style printers with a bed slinger back and forth, it's hard to get focus and things like that. Where this is much easier, and it looks cooler because you can still have the top kind of going while this just kind of forms into a printer. So the actual time lapse, even doing it not as a picture time lapse, as an actual video time lapse, looks really cool. So I am happy for that. Buttons next to the screen. These are not buttons. These are NeoPixel rings. So I have my bed temperature, hot end temperature, and print status on these right now. So I was actually just talking in the Discord and kind of thinking about doing Clipper on here as well, because right now I'm really liking the ability to be able to manage all of my custom printers, especially all the transformer printers, which is all what I've been working on for the past year now on all these printers, is being able to manage all of them from one interface. So just from the fluid screen on the computer, I can get everything through one interface. Never mind, my Alexa is named computer, so it thinks I'm talking to it. But I like being able to manage them from one location. I like the duet control. The duet web control. I like it. It's not a bad interface. But if I can do everything that I can do in that with Clipper, I think I might want to go that route. My only thing though is I have no idea how to control these RGB rings, and these are kind of like, this is what makes the BLV kind of special in my opinion. It's what really drew me to it when I saw it, when I was deciding, okay, what cube printer do I want to build? I want to build a Volron, do I want to build a BLV, do I want to build a Heavart or whatever? I was looking at all those things and seeing this thing go the way it's designed and having the NeoPixel status rings just really stood out to me, and that's why I went with that. So we'll see what ends up happening, but I'm going to need to get some of the Clipper people in the Discord to help me out. Probably like Cadriel or Adam, Jared, Eddie, all those Clipper guys. I'm gonna need some help on that. So if any of you guys want to help out with that, please let me know. Again, I actually separated out in the Discord now a firmware Marlin and a firmware Clipper, because there's a lot of people in the Discord, including myself, that are now going with Clipper. So if you want to add into the conversation there, that would be great. I'm not going to work on that today because I don't have the Pi 3 in. I'm going to put a Raspberry Pi 3 on this. I have another Zero, but since I would like to run a camera on here, I do want to use a 3B Plus, and that is coming eventually. Ryan, yes, they are running off of an Arduino, but I don't know if it would still work. If I put Clipper on there, would the data pins on the Duet still put out the same information for this? I don't know. I really don't. So if they do, then this is a non-issue. But I don't know if they do. So that's kind of it. Jared, what I ended up doing is I have Teletron right here. This is a Raspberry Pi Zero W that is running Clipper, and it is running Fluid on there. This is my main host that I am running all the printers through. So I just go to teletron.local, and I'm able to pull this up and then go to each of my other printers from there. So this is always online. So if another printer is online that I normally connect to, I don't have to worry about it. So I have a one central location that I can manage everything from. This is working out really good so far, because also on last night's stream, I ended up converting or changing the way the configuration was for the Pi Zero W on Ultra Magnus, and it is getting powered directly from the board. So if it's not powered on, the Raspberry Pi is not powered on. So this gives me a central way to do that, and I really like it. So far, it's been pretty cool. I mean, again, it's a $10 solution. It does cost money where a VM doesn't, but I mean, for $10 and a USB cable hooked into my USB hub, getting its power, I mean, that's really it. It works out great. And hello to everybody that came in. Sorry, I didn't get to say hello to everybody. But yeah, so tonight I want to get these LEDs on. And as I said, I also got, when I was ordering these versions had this wire harness with them, which I thought was really cool because it's really, really hard to get to soldering these wires on here when it's connected. It's extremely hard, to be frank. So I really liking the idea that I can do this without that. That I can just kind of like plug this into the switch and it's going to work. So yeah, I think this will end up making my life a lot easier, but we'll have to wait and see how it all ends up working out. The other thing I do want to do tonight is one of the guys on the Discord went ahead and recreated the logo for this for me. So I'm going to try again to get the logo on here and see if I can get that to work. I'm hoping I can, but we'll see. So I'm going to do that after I get these LEDs wired up and rolling. So what we need to do now is figure out how we're going to get all this stuff hooked up. So we're going to take off this. This is going to be really hard to see everything. So, hey Ryan, what's up? What are you saying here? Oh, there's another Shane here. Holy, there's another Shane. I was like, why are you saying hello to me? You usually say Figure Tech 3D Printing when you talk to me. Bumblebee is running a Duet 2 Wi-Fi. Now, I've found plenty of people that are running Clipper on it. But again, that's really not my concern right now because I'm kind of getting around that. And I found a config for it. My main concern is the NeoPixels. Have I done a wiring loom diagram? I have not, M14. Not sure which you're talking about. Okay, so how are we going to do this? It goes on here. It goes in how? It goes in. Supposed to go this way, right? It also fits that way, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go this way. Wiring these up is going to be a pain because I don't really remember how all of it's supposed to go, to be honest. So, and I wish I had some wire nuts. Let me see if I have any wire nuts, because that would help me out here just in this prototyping phase. We've got crimps. That's the one thing I don't have at home is wire nuts. Yeah, not that I'm aware of. So we'll just twist them together for now and figure it out from there. Clipper does support NeoPixels, but I don't know if it supports it in that way. If so, it might be able to add the full run. So print progress, temperature, and yeah. So again, this shows hot end temperature, bed temperature, and print status. And the scaling of these is pretty cool. It scales to what the max temperature is that you set. So if the bed can go up to 110, and I set the bed to 60, it only goes a little less than halfway, and then it gets brighter as it continues to heat up. With the hot end, I mean, the max temperature I have on this, I think, is 270 or 280. On this is what I have it set to. So if we set it to 210, it's going to go about 3/4 of the way. So yeah, all right. Let's so this is. See how these all are on there. We don't have the space. So I might need to look up the wiring diagram on these again because I don't know if I still have it up or not. No. Mike. Yeah, I'm repping the old school neck shirt. Mike, everything's going great. I actually went ahead and Megatron printed its own new Z-top. So I got those on. They came out fantastic. This is the Benchy that came off of it. Looks great. There is a little bit of... it's not quite ghosting, but I have not done input shaper yet on that machine, so I do need to do that. But extrusion looks really spot on, but I can see a little bit of shakiness in it. It's not quite ghosting, but I am seeing some shakiness in the walls of the front of the Benchy. And honestly, this is one of the best Benchies I probably have ever printed. Not even joking, but you can definitely see those ripples through the walls. So input shaper is the next thing to do on that printer. So the macros, I definitely need to find out how to do the macros, Jared. But the bigger issue is, how do I tell it to interact with it? Like, I am not a software person. Everyone should know that I'm not a firmware person at all. I'm just always trying to figure these things out. My orders. But yeah, these are simple NeoPixel rings. They were a couple bucks on AliExpress. They're like super duper cheap. So LED not working. So light working, switch open. When you press the button, light working, switch is closed. Oh, so we want to do this wiring diagram. So I was just looking up the wiring diagram on here on AliExpress where I got the object. They do have wiring diagrams, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm not an LCD person either. There's a couple different ways that you can do these. Light working, switch closed. When you press the button, the light works and the switch is opened. So yeah, we want to do wiring diagram number 2 that we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and just unsolder the thing off of this old switch here. You get a little bit of solder on it. Could be part of the reason why my thing is coming loose. That's no bueno. That could be why I'm not getting quite the right heat into the tip of the soldering iron. There we go. That was why. All right, so now if we pull this out, we have I can't read the annotations on here anymore. All right, well, we're going to just kind of wire these up in a way. So we were this like this, and that was our power in. Is there? Oh, Mike, you found one already. Oh, cool, dude. Sorry, I'm just catching up here on the chat. So we're going to try this with, so the negatives are both going to the negative terminal of these, which is I can't tell. There's common, NO, NC. So they're this way. So that's positive up top. So if this is positive here, that makes positive red on here. Okay, easy day. So we have our positive here. So positive and common are going to go together. So positive here, common. Okay, these are both going to power in, which is this guy here. And then we have negative. It's going to go to two negative terminals here. So this guy here. And then we have the normally open is green. It's going to go to this wire here. All right, let's see. Bueno. In enough, maybe? Turn it around. Oh, I just had it in backwards. That's what it was. There we go. So that is how it gets wired up. Awesome sauce. So that's pretty good. So now I can just kind of plug this into the bottom of it and be off to the races. But I do wonder if I switch those two around. No, that is the right way. Okay, cool. Cool. That's working. So what about the wind? All right. So let's see. What is going to be the best way to do these? I have some crimp terminals that I can use. Would probably work. What do I have in here? I think these guys are too big. These are all insulated spades. Yeah, these are all insulated spades. I want those. Some joint ones. Oh, what do we got in the big bin of connectors? I need an Omni Drop. I've only heard a little bit about them. I'm not terribly familiar with them, to be honest. I could do these bullet ones. These bullet connectors. That might end up being easier. Yeah, I think I'll use these bullet connectors instead. Where do you go? You go there. Actually, we're going to just nip these off. And then we'll just throw out some fresh cable. right here for one end. I need crimpers. You're going to this guy here, which is going to be the male side. Just plugs in like so. Sweet. Just gotta do this a couple times now. Ryan, you have to send me an invite. I just joined the Fluid Discord, so that's Cadril's Discord. He just invited me to that. Oh, the wind in Wisconsin. Okay, I'm tracking now. I wasn't getting your drift at first. So here. Side. Solder. Wire. One. Good connection. And then finally, we have the two positive leads. There's red and yellow from here. Get the male side. Yes, I'm now getting your drift. We're all about the dad jokes tonight, eh? Right. Other. Power back on. And we work. Awesome. So all I did was use these. Woo! Camera. There we go. So all I did was use these bullet style insulated connectors. So basically I have a quick disconnect to a quick disconnect here, but I can easily pull all these off if I need to change anything around or being able to move the wires. This just gives me a little more mobility in that. And then this switch just comes in and out of this connector here. So yeah, that's working out pretty good so far. Now all I need to do is need to remove the old ring. So each of these kind of cool when you actually buy the right things that you actually need when you do a project. Let's get that guy off. Okay, so that goes around the front. We can pull this out. Let's see if we can get this in here, like that. Attach the switch. Come on. Thanks, Ryan. Okay, so there's that one. All we gotta do is plug that in, do another sanity check. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. So now that we have that done, now we can move on to the next one of these, and it's going to be for the other. Now this one's going to be a little bit easier because so all of these 4 light bars all go to the back. Then I have to run the positive and negative from those to the front and positive and negative from the power supply to the front as well. So I have 4 wires coming forward, where these 2 light bars are here in the front and both come to a common terminal block down here, and I can just run positive and negative to right there, and it'll make it a lot easier to connect all this stuff together. So, yeah, if we put this in this way, yeah, it goes in like this, and then we have our positive here. It's going to hook into orange is positive, because that's the color cabling I have. And then black is negative. Side. Also have yellow. That's the voltages coming in. Yellow also needs to go to positive. So I do not have a way to show this on camera, guys, so if that annoys you, I apologize, but yeah, I have no real way to kind of show you this as I'm doing it in a decent manner. I don't have Tom's setup of like 12 cameras when he does a live stream. Positive going into the switch to those 2. Come to there, and then negative is connecting to there, and the negative of the devices. So how am I going to do that with the terminal block? Oh, Edward, well, you're welcome to it. I usually try and tote it at least once per video or stream, so I mean, but like, unless I have like a camera to like set inside here facing the back of this, I could turn the whole printer, but then I wouldn't be able to actually get in and work on it. That's the one thing I think a lot of people don't understand with YouTube is like, oh, I want to be able to see what you're doing. yeah, that's cool, but I want to see what I'm doing too. I can't show everything on camera because it's just super hard to get proper angles sometimes. So, or I just need to hook up a GoPro to my chest right here and have it filming that way. So, a little confused / concerned how I'm going to get this connected now. I don't think I can do it the way I just did it here. I think I'm gonna have to do some butt connectors in here the way I did the other one. So let me get a piece of scrap wire for right now so that I can at least get this temporarily hooked up. Then we can kind of figure it out from there. So this guy, these are too short, right? This is real short. I use these short ones just to test out my theory, and then I'll cut cables to length. Forehead cam. It's just, I mean, again, if you don't do YouTube, it's really hard to like, you just don't understand how hard it is to get angles on certain things, especially when you're doing a build like this. Now that the printer's built, like in the original, it's fine. Like it's just doing the frame, or it's just adding the motors, or just adding on some printed parts. You can zoom into that part. But once you're like starting diving into a machine, it's a lot harder. It's hard. I'm just complaining now. It's hard work. This is not going to reach, are you? This positive terminal. Yeah, you're not going to, this wire's not going to reach as far as I want it to. This guy's longer. That might be long enough. And I just have quick disconnects back here for the 12-volt power supply. I installed those one of the last streams. Makes life a bit easier. So I think I'm going to have to do, I wanted to run these directly into here, but that's not going to work because all of this needs to be before the switch. We have to run, these are both going to go to positive coming in. Get out some more butt connectors. YouTubes are hard. There. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh, dang it. Male version, because this does not have power to it. I did that once before. Is I put a male connector on the power side of something, and yeah, so anytime that the cable wasn't connected, it was powered. So you had these like bare leads kind of just hanging out there because, yeah, it's insulated connector, but the actual plug part is not insulated. So there's that. And then incoming power, incoming negative, needs to go to device negative, and it needs to go to the device negative goes here, and from there. So we need to get a little piece of some black wire here. So this is going to go from there to there. Okay, so now this is going to get a nail. Jim, what's up, buddy? And then we can strip this side. Oh, these silicone wires, man, they're the sheathing on them is pretty legit. Okay. And then this is going to go to our negative lead here. So I need this one on here. We're going to go there, there. And we can plug these two together like that. And then green just needs to go to positive. Yeah, so NO goes to here. Okay, now survey says turn this on. It's always on. Why is that always on? So somehow I wired this different than I did the other one. Because this light here is on. But those work. I like them being on. I like that being on. But why does this one do it? And this one only does it when it's pushed. Either way, this proof of concept works. So at least I know that. Oh, because I used blue on the other one, didn't? No, I used green. I think I need to trace out that other one because I like having that on. So that comes out. This comes out. And go ahead and snip this down. Okay, so now I can go ahead and take out these temporary cables. And now I can get out some longer wire. I'm using heavier gauge than I need to on these, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So, need two of these. 1 and 2. Oh no! Close, dang it. Okay. Don't want to drop all these connectors everywhere because I will cry. Dragon Hodden can't handle 60 meters per second, 0.6. That's interesting. Not high flow should be called highly restrictive at high flow. Oh, Jim. One of the few people I know that has to print as fast as possible. All right, so here's positive. End up the route down that way, and then here. And then give myself a little bit of extra just in case. Trim that down at the end. Okay. Stoney, what's up, man? I'm guessing you just got here and it's the first time you're seeing Bumblebee. Here. We'll cut it there. Like that. All right. So now, the moment to zip these in so they don't move on me, because they will move on me if I don't do it. 7-hour motorcycle ride. That's legit, man. Out. Put a new zip tie in here. And also, yeah, I'm not going to spin this thing around because it's going to take me longer to spin around than it is to put in these few zip ties and get these cables managed properly. And be more careful around these flush cutters. I don't know if you guys have ever done it, because I have. I dropped them one day and they went straight into my knee. Oh my God, did that hurt? It wasn't actually even a ton of pain. It bled so quickly. Your knee was like friggin' artery. Knee here. I'm not going to fully manage these right now, but I am going to most of the way. I will probably have to flip this on its side in order to be able to reach them. It's just too close to the edge to be able to reach when it's sitting upright. That at least gets us there managed. Now we just got to come to here, bring it up through here. Cut like a little access slot here in the bottom of the thing. And oh yeah, more than enough cable there. Just want to make sure we have enough slack to be able to put that in where it belongs. Yeah, like I said, these things are insanely sharp. Like, they feel sharp, but like when you drop it only like a foot, like you're doing something. I was sitting down over here working on a printer, dropped it like a foot, went straight into the front of my knee. I was like, God. Oh yeah, that was rough. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and just snip them like here, I guess. New female connectors on here now. I was able to use these. Actually, I've never used these in a build before, so it kind of makes me happy to be able to do so. Okay, so let's get this button installed now. Like that. Get this guy in here. Oh, always invent some new words when you're in that kind of pain. I also swear like a sailor, so yeah, definitely with some grade A word usage going on there. Okay, now we have to pass this under here. I could have waited to connect these because I still have to take this front panel off. Okay. And then positive goes here, negative goes into here. We turn it on. That's already on. Okay, so let's look at how I wired this other one. I'm using, this is 14 gauge or 16 gauge. I believe this is 14. I believe this is 14. It's beefy stuff. So I use this on like beds and main power going to a board, things like that. I'm running the LEDs off of there, just again to be on the safe side when it comes to, I mean, up here definitely, because I have so 3 and 2, 6. So I have 24 individual strips in these upper ones, because there's or should I say 24 segments split across the 4 top ones, and down here I have 16 segments split across 2. There's 8 segments in each of these front LEDs. So I just want to make sure that I have the amperage of those covered. These are also running off a separate power supply. Again, it's definitely more than I need to worry about, but hey. 2 millimeter. Sure. If that's, I don't know the equivalent elsewhere. Okay, so with these now, I'm a little not concerned, but interested at why I have these wired the same way. So power coming in goes to here, unless I have the 2 of these backwards, which very well could be. Let's switch the 2 positives. there. And then let's hook this back up. That's what it was. I had the positives reversed on the first one. I had the positives wrong. So now I can just coil these up into the back. Big connector goes here. All of these tuck up in here. I do need to get some type of, I found a few 3D printed files of a mesh to go behind here because I have all of the NeoPixel ring wiring over here. Then we have the giant display. This is a 7-inch panel for the Duet 2 Wi-Fi. And then I also have all the power switch wiring in here as well. But man, that is quite nice. Not to toot my horn here, but that is quite nice. Enjoying that. All right, so now, since that part's done, I don't have this one in here yet. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take off this. We're going to hook it up to the computer and see if we can't get the new what's it called, bootloader working on here now. Well, Geyer, this is also an internal, so the only thing that really matters is the power coming out of it. What you do inside of it, there's no standard per se, but there is safe there's safe amperages that you should know when you're working on something, how many amperes something takes, how big of a wire you're going to need, or how many conductors you'll need if you're doing, you know, like a lot of people, when they wire up like Cat5 or ribbon cable or something for a hot end, and you're using, say, 20 gauge wire, well, you have to figure what is the max amperage that each of those conductors can handle. Then you got to figure out how much amperage do you need coming off of it. So for the, it's mainly like the hot end that people will do that to, and you have to run multiple conductors, individual wires as a conductor. You have to run multiple for both sides of the hot end per se. So you might need to run of a 20 gauge or a 22 gauge, you might need to run 2, 3, or 4, probably 3 or 4 conductors per side so that you can evenly distribute that amperage load. And newer printers are doing that. So the Artillery X1 does it with the ribbon cable. G-Tech has been doing it with their ribbon cables. The new Enders are doing it with ribbon cables. And all they're doing is they have like a 16 pair or 20 pair, or I should say a 20 wide, because it's not pairs. So 16 or 20 ribbon, and they're using like 8 of that, half of it, just for the 2 sides of the hot end. Now, not everyone agrees with that, but that is the way that they're doing it. I am not an electrical engineer or a electrician for that matter. So, all right, red on top. Remember that, boys, red on top. All right, so now I need to get my doohickey here. I need to hook in the USB. Okay. And then we need to remember how to do this. So this is the part that took me a while to figure out. That's not what I used. I used another program, and it was called, because it did it for me. Gosh darn it, I can't remember what it's called now. It up again if I can't find it. So this program basically does the firmware for you and writes it for you. Is it this? I'm gonna have to look this up real quick. So somebody sent me a link for it. It's just some downloads. Piano Do Splash Maker, that's what it was called. Did I put it in the BLV folder? Sorry, give me 1 second to find where I put this at. Yeah, Splash Maker. Okay. Oh, it didn't work on here. Oh, I need to get the laptop. Which I don't think the laptop's working either, and I just zeroized that thing. Shoot. My laptop is being all kinds of funky lately. So I'll have to see if I can get this to work or not. Dead either way because the wife didn't plug it in. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the power cord for this. All right, we'll see if we can get this working now. Take this cable off of here. We need to plug it into here. Okay. Now do splash. Okay. Now go to Discord real quick and find private messages. Where's it at? Where's it at? Mr. Focus. Right here. Here. Showing folder. Okay, we're going to cut that. Go to the server. Duet. And paste it there. Okay. So, okay, local files. Browse for the logo. And that's on the server. Plug into it. Okay. Duet. It's that image. And then browse for the firmware. Open that. Flash me. Okay. We're going somewhere. Okay, and then we hit the reset button. And we have no logo. Doggone it. He sent me a couple other ones too. Sent me one all file types. So let's just cut this and paste it here. All these into the new folder. Okay, let's try a different file type. So here, and it can do JPEG. So let's hold this in for, you have to erase the board. So 1, 2, 3. Board's erased. And then flash. And now it's flashing. Again, sorry, for some reason this program does not want to function well on my desktop, so I can't really show it. It's not showing this logo at all. It's a doggone shame. It's here. We'll try another version. So it's a 16-bit bitmap specifically. Try this one. 2, 3. Do. Flash. Still nothing. Still no logo. So let's try a different version. Browse. Let's try the. It's just a black version here. Let's try that. But if none of these are working, I'm thinking some reason file types this dude gave me are not going to work out. Nope, not at all. So let's try something here. I'm going to open up the 16-bit. There it is. So we're going to do, actually I want to do that. I want to right click, open with, paint, I'm going to do file. Oh, it could be because these are absolutely humongous. So, because he gave me originals here. So that could be why it's not working, because the file's too, the resolution is wrong. So let's open this up in jump up here on the desktop, not here. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go into GIMP. See if we can't get this. Okay, so file, going to open, and okay, let's see. Share documents, main 3D printing, duet, new folder, 16-bit, open. All right, so, well, I'm trying here, Jared. I'm happy to have somebody else help me out here. So we have to do. I want to do scale image. It needs to be 800 by 420. Unlock that. I think that's the resolution, right? So do 800 by 480. So 480 scale. Okay. So there's our new one. So we're going to do file. We're going to export as scaled. Export. And let's see if that works over here now. Scaled. Okay, let's reset the panel. It's very finicky, to be honest. I mean, I kind of expected this to work a little bit easier, because everyone on the duet forum is like, you just got to do this, just do that. I'm like, well, just doing that doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And it still doesn't show up. So let's try a different one here. Let's file, open. Let's do just the JPEG. Maybe. Sure, I guess. So we're going to do image, scale, 800 by 480. Okay. Scale. File, export as. It can be JPEG or BMP. So let's do this. The keyboard now. Scaled. Export that one. Now I can use this one here. So let's try that now. Browse. Reset. So it has to be 16-bit color. Oh, shoot. Oh. Has to be 16-bit color. Has to be 800 by 480. And that's pretty much it. It can be bitmap or a JPEG. Now the tool I'm using, which everyone says on the Duet forum to use, can take either or. If you're compiling it yourself, doing it a much more convoluted way, it has to be a 16-bit BMP. Still nothing. So I wish I could just. No, location file, open. So he has just a black PNG version. Open that. So I want to do image, scale it down. So 800 by 480 scale. And then let's export as the black.png export. And then if I go here and right click, open with paint, file, save as a 16 color bitmap, save, yes. Go here, browse. I thought I saved it in here. I'm guessing it didn't save properly. File, save as. Oh, it went into downloads. That was very strange of you. Downloads, new folder, right here. Open. Okay, let's throw this out. Jared, give me 1 second. Let me just try this out. And this is how everybody says to do it. So, like, I don't get why it's so freaking hard. Oh, who else is live right now, Mike? Nothing. See, that's what it should look like. And it gives me a preview of what it should look like. Like, it shows it there. But it's just not. Jared, I'm going to send it to you now. 1 second. Find you. Send a file. Oh, God, where is it at? Gotta go on the server. So there's got fireworks going off. That's cool. So that's the logo that I made, Jared. And then this is the one that the other guy made, which is definitely cleaner looking, but it's not quite working. And then let me send you the link here real quick. So I just sent you the link to the form topic that I started on the duet form. So again, let me know if you figure something out with that. That'd be cool. Oh, Nero's live today too. Okay, cool. Not at all. Thing at all. Red cons. Image. Oh, gotta erase it again real quick. If he gets it thrown your computer. I might throw my computer too, man. Because I've been trying this for a while, and I thought for sure, man, that this guy is good with files. He's the one to help me get the cleaner image for the Pittsburgh sign that I made. And it's not even showing it at all now. It's almost like it's not even properly attaching the firmware for it. You know what I mean? Like it's not. That's wrong. I wonder if I try his file now. Not that one. In here. The scaled one. Scaled. File size is greater, so that makes the file too big. So that might be what I was doing wrong. Is that these files are just too big. Save that. Okay. Because it's cool. That's why, Jim. Doing nothing now. That's cool. Not. Scaled one. Getting angry in my voice. It's just it's I mean it's kind of fun to figure out. Sent me one, eh? All right, let's take a look here. All right, so it's cut this one. Paste it here. Okay. So let's save the result in firmware. And flash. See what happens. Get finished. Whole lot of nothing. Try with a different file here. Nope, still nothing. Well, we tried. I really would be nice to get it working, but I mean, it's fine, I guess. It's fine. I've literally wasted hours trying to figure this out. But for some reason, it just doesn't like, I don't know what it is. Ryan, I hope you don't work. No, it's flashing. It's just, if it doesn't like the image, it literally just doesn't do anything. It just, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to show here, but it just boops right up. Like, it just doesn't like it. So, for now, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Get the laptop out of the way here and move along. So what I'm going to do now is just going to get all of this back in. I can show, yeah, here, I can show this a little bit better now. It's upside down and all, but you at least get the gist of it. So I have the two connectors coming in, then I have the top LEDs on this one here, and the front LEDs on here, which again go to this little distribution block to power both sets on both sides of the printer. All of this kind of just tucks down, so I just have to connect my power here again. So this is the Duet cable that goes back to the Duet 2 Wi-Fi. And then just have to get everything fed back in there. It is kind of a pain to feed this in after the fact. It truly is, because just how everything is in here. I have to do it without like getting it caught on something. Caught on something. What am I caught on? There we go. All the thing for me is I don't like giving up. When I say I want to start doing something, I really don't want to give up on it. But again, I have wasted so many hours trying to just get that image working. It's just so quite a pain. But I thank you for trying out. It says, let's see, in here, so first I had it where, I'll show this here. So first I had it where the color, this was my image, and this is how it was going in there. So the image was just, the colors were totally wrong. And I was using this guide here, and he tells me it has to be 800 by 480, and you have to convert it using this etcher thing to a different file. And it ends up being, where does it say here? Bossa, that was the one I was using. So I basically made two different files, combined the firmware together, and then tried to send it, and that did not work. It could be the screen, Ryan, because this is not a duet screen. This is a MKS clone screen. So it very well could be that. But I wanted to see, I thought someone said in here what it has to be. It says 24-bit. The tool is linked in the thread says converted down to 8-bit. Yeah, but here it's saying to use 24-bit. But even 16 should work. What do you think, Jared? Yeah, so it supports BMP, JPEG, and PNG without needing you to convert beforehand. Yeah, but it says, but the tool here says that you don't have to do anything to it. You don't have to convert anything. So I don't know why it says that. And just, I mean, if you're going to do it again, just make sure that it's 800 by 480. We'll give it one more quick shot. And then I kind of want to be done with this and move on for the night. Four-bit now. So we're going to cut this, paste it here. And browse for it here. Let me get the cable reconnected now. Oh, I gotta take it back out. So I can't get to the buttons, but you gotta hit the erase button and all kinds of jack with it. So Hold to erase it. That's erased. And then browse for your new image. Flash. Still nothing. Yeah. Still doesn't like it. All right, we tried. Definitely gave it the several college try. Stupid panel. Quit following me here. Yeah, the whole reason for that, I thought it'd be cool to have custom logos on a bunch of the printers now. Other ones that I've made. It's a nice little kind of icing on the cake when you're doing these custom builds. Yeah, again, Ryan, you might be right there. So this is not a Duet original screen because I'm cheap. It is a Duet Panel Duo from MKS, so it is a clone of the original screen. So I'm actually thinking about maybe extending this panel down, because right now it only covers the upper half, doesn't cover the bottom half at all. I think maybe I got some time tonight. Maybe we could throw this in Fusion and see what we can do. Let's see, where's my Wii ruler at? Wii ruler! There you are. So if we go down, just say 70 from here, it's 80. Let's do 77 down. So let's go into a little bit Fusion time tonight, all right? This shouldn't take long to do. How far are we at? We're an hour and a half in. We can do this in 20 minutes. I don't want to be done in 2 hours tonight. So I can find out where that other file's at, though. Here it is. Files. Okay, so got all this stuff here. Discard all those changes. Close that. Close that. Okay. So this is the whole cover, button cover. That's what we want. Here, into here. So we're going to go ahead and do create, base feature, insert mesh. Shoot, what was it just called? Desktop. There it is. Add that in, right click, mesh to brep. Okay, yep, converted anyways, large files. Might lag here a second. From England, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. And we got to get a little bit of this geometry to make it easier to modify. Some of these faces without it totally jacking the model. Come on, Fusion. You can do it. Probably should try deleting a few less faces instead of all of these at once. Waiting. So there's one issue when you import some of the STLs that they are. Did he give? Oh, he gave step files. I should have just worked on that. I'm an idiot. There is a step file here that I can use instead. Okay, just close Fusion. It's fine. It's fine. Just go to sleep. Go to sleep. Okay. Let's try with Fusion again. Gotta love it, right? So we're just going to upload the step file that the guy provided, which is way better. And I didn't notice that he did that. But yeah, when you import an STL, you got to get rid of some faces sometimes if there's too many. And you saw I got the error when I first did that import. So here, and then now we're going to do upload, select files from the desktop. I'm going to do step upload. Give this a second to upload then. Snaps. We said 77 millimeters. We're going to lower this down. And all it's going to do is this is going to do a complete cover here on the back of this entire LCD panel. Give all that covered up. I'm going to leave the hole that's there. I'm not going to change any of the mounting points. So I'm just going to keep that one T-nut right in the middle to do it. Open this up. Ben's is asking, how long did it take me to navigate Fusion 360? Honestly, years. Some people are definitely more adept with it than I am. But after working with it a couple years, it works out pretty good. So yeah, this is what we want right here. This is the panel 1. So let's isolate this and see what we can do. So we're going to create another sketch on here. What's the scale? What's the... Hold up a second. Is this not the scale? It's in meters. Shoot, where's this at? Design units millimeter. Why is it not millimeters? I'm in design. Oh, millimeters. There we go. That's where it's in document settings. All right, now we're going to right click. We want to, on here, we want to capture design history. So as I change things up, we can figure it out. All right, so we're going to rectangle from here to there. So that's 3.2 mil. So we want this to be 77. And then we can pull, we're going to actually, before I do that, we're going to project. So we hit P, we're going to project this line and this line. So I can do my rectangle here. I think that's 77. This one, just go to, it's not working out well. There we go. And we're just going to extrude this to the back. We're going to join it like that. Now we'll add the fillets to here to match the aesthetic. And these are 3.2, I believe they were. They just 3 mil. So 3 mil fillets. And then, I guess I should perforate that as well, maybe. So we're just going to do another sketch here. And we're going to do a rectangle like this. We're going to copy that. We're going to paste it. Can we copy that? That worked. Now we're just going to put them right here. Right there. And we can do an extrude. We're just going to extrude these down. -4, enter, and there we have it. But I can also go into here and we can draw a line. We'll center this hole over to, like, I don't know, here. And then this hole, I believe, is it's 5.1. So let's just add another 5.1 millimeter circle here. We're going to extrude this one, -4. Just give us a second mounting hole there. And it's not as aesthetically pleasing as the old one, but with this, I can hide all of these cabling here in the back. And yeah, so that's what it's going to look like. Easy day. That was a nice and easy thing. I think that took, what, 10 minutes to make? Once I figured out what I was doing properly. And very easily printable. So we're going to save as STL, save on the desktop as new button cover BLV. Save that. And then we'll open up Prusa Slicer. And what are we going to print this on? Put this on Megatron. We just finished him. PETG 0.2 speed. And we're going to file from the desktop. New bottom cover. Just like that. Now we're going to change our infill to adaptive cubic. Slice and dice. $5 hours to make this. Other thing we can do is we can change up and we can do, we're going to do 5 top. Slice me. Yeah, it's not too bad at all. So I just got to throw some black PETG into Megatron and be good to go. So we can go ahead and preheat him to PETG. And again, this is why I like Clipper so much, is because I can manage all the printers. So I have Megatron here. Ultra Magnus is offline right now because it was on the table. I got to find a spot for him. And then Teletran is the actual, this is the little Pi Zero that I'm running as my host. So I keep it up to date as well. I don't really have to because I'm just using it as a host for everything. But you know, we can go back here to Megatron. Everything shows up here. The one thing I have to ask Cadro about is it shows up the heated bed and extruder twice. So if I change back here and I go back to Megatron, it goes away. So sometimes it shows up as 2 and see it's back there as 2 again. I don't know why it's showing up as 2, but that's a bug in Fluid. That's what I'm using for managing all of this. You can do it as, oh, I didn't do that. I added that. I did. Save and restart. I added the temperature sensor for the Pi in here, which I thought was pretty cool. Right there, yeah, so the Pi CPU is sitting at 46. So neither of the Pis have fans on them, so they are running a little bit on the warmer side, but not too bad. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. You can have a high and a low. It tells you right there. Oh, you can't see that. Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. Right there. So Pi CPU, and it tells me what it is right now. So that was a cool little feature I saw on his Patreon. I didn't notice that at first. So all right, well, I think that's it for tonight. So we had success. We've got working LEDs in here now. I'm going to print, again, the new back cover for this to be able to kind of make sure that all of these wires stay put and don't move around. So I think that'll definitely be a nice addition to have. What else? I may get the boot screen, but, you know, such is life. Yeah, this thing is really almost done. Again, I have talked about doing putting Clipper on here. So again, if anybody has any info on how to do the NeoPixels that I want, so have these 3 NeoPixels here work with Clipper, please let me know in the Discord the firmware Clipper channel on the Discord, because if I can end up figuring out how to make that work, or again, if using the Arduino Pro that I already have on here, it's already hooked up to the Duet to some GPIO pins, if that will continue to work, cool, I like that. But I don't know, because that's specifically set up to work with the RepRap firmware that is on this machine right now. And again, I think managing all my machines in a central location will be totally baller for all my custom machines. So after I do this, I ordered, I think, 3 Pis from Adafruit, because they're the only ones that had them for a decent price. But I think I might throw one on the bear as well and redo the bear. But yeah, not tonight, Ryan. I have things to do here. I want to get started on some other stuff, and I don't feel like I might pull them up just listen to for a little bit, but I won't hop in at all. But yeah, so that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for everybody who was helping out with the various parts of this. Again, this is very much a village to build a 3D printer. I'm very happy to have you guys watching and helping out with all this. Again, if you want to hang out with us, talk about projects, help me with some of the things, go down to the Discord link down below, join in, and we can chat about things there. What else was there? If you guys want to support the channel, support the stream, help me build crazy projects like this one, consider using any of the links down below, Patreon donations or the affiliate links. Affiliate links really do help out a lot. So I thank everybody for using those. We'll have some cool things this fall thanks to that usage. So thanks everybody for tuning in. See you guys next time. Happy printing.